Is Odell Beckham Jr. going to be a Giant, or is the dream dead? We're going to react to what Jordan Raanan of ESPN had to say about a potential reunion. But first, make sure you like the video, because if you want Odell Beckham Jr. to end his career with the Giants, I want to hear from you. So go down right now, hit that thumbs up icon if you want to see OBJ be a Giant again. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for rolling in. As we know, Odell Beckham Jr. told the media at Fanatics Fest that he essentially would like to be a Giant. Then he made a cryptic social media post hinting that a Giant signing could be coming. And then Malik Neighbors, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns all commented on it and essentially said, "Come on home, big bro." But unfortunately, I'm not so sure that is going to happen. Jordan Raanan of ESPN said this on his podcast, quote, "Odell Beckham Jr. made comments at Fanatics Fest about maybe coming back to the Giants. I've talked to people, and there's nothing brewing. It's unlikely to happen. I would not expect Odell Beckham Jr. to be a Giant again. Maybe somewhere along the line he signs a one-day contract and retires a Giant, if that's a thing. Some players have done that. Fine. That could happen. I don't see it, based on talking to people, that OBJ coming back to the Giants this year is something that's realistic and makes a ton of sense. And it's unfortunate. Look, I understand why the Giants would not be interested in bringing Odell back to this team, but I thought it would have been a pretty cool storyline. This is a guy that didn't get to live out the career he was supposed to with the Giants. He's been snake-bitten by injuries. I'm a fan of Odell Beckham, and I thought, you know what? Maybe he should have been given a chance to come back and play for this team. But it doesn't sound like it's going to happen. When it comes to the Giants and their wide receiver room, I don't think it's the craziest thing in the world to say that he could have came back and deserved an opportunity. Yes, you have Malik Neighbors. Yes, you have Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton. And Jalen Hyatt has had a hell of a spring, and he's been killing it. And it sounds like he's back in the good graces of Brian Dable and Joe Shane. But outside of those guys, you got a bunch of questions marks. Like, is Lil Jordan Humphrey, the guy that has 44 catches over the last 2 years, going to be wide receiver 5? Is Zach Pascal on your roster more deserving of an opportunity to make this team over Odell, who has 4 catches in the last 2 years? Like, no disrespect to Lil Jordan Humphrey, coolest name in the NFL, and no disrespect to Zach Pascal. Like, you can't tell me that those guys deserve more of an opportunity strictly based on talent to show that they can make this roster over Odell. Like, there's 90 players on the Giants team right now. I don't mind giving a roster spot 89 to a 32-year-old Beckham. I also understand that the best days and years of his NFL career and football career at this point are behind him. Like, he's 32. He had 9 catches for 55 yards last year for the Miami Dolphins. Played in 9 games. It didn't really work out for him. And I understand that maybe he's cooked, but we saw just a year ago in 2023 with the Ravens, he was able to put up decent production. Like 35 grabs, 565 yards, 16.1 yards per catch. I'll take the hell out of that at wide receiver 5 for 3 touchdowns. Is that guy still there? Like, not a superstar by any means, but at least a contributor. Like, I don't know if he's there. Or is he cooked kind of like we saw in Miami? Like, it was fun to think about, and it was fun to go down memory lane and remember all of the awesome plays and all of the awesome moments and all of the great times that Odell Beckham brought here. Like, he was on pace to be one of the best receivers ever. His rookie year in 12 games, he put up 12 touchdowns, over 1,300 yards. He then backdoored that season by putting up almost 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns. Then again, put up 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. One of the best starts ever to a career. Fortunately, it doesn't sound like he's ever going to be a Giant again. And, like, I don't know if Odell's got gas left in the tank. I don't know if he is good enough to make an NFL roster at this point. But this team could use another weapon on offense. Like, you averaged the 31st most points per game last year. The only new starter you've added to the offense is Russell Wilson. And while I will 100% agree that Russell Wilson is a major upgrade over Daniel Jones, and he's going to raise the floor and the ceiling of this team to a much higher degree than Daniel Jones, he could use another weapon. Like, you're a Malik Neighbors injury away from being in wide receiver hell, where Darius Slayton's your wide receiver 1 and Jalen Hyatt's your wide receiver 2, and Hyatt had 8 catches last year. So knocking on wood, the Neighbors doesn't get hurt, but sometimes you should be proactive instead of reactive, and I think you could benefit from adding a receiver. What do you think? How good is this Giants wide receiver room? Grade it. Get out the red pen. Be honest with me. A, B, C, D, or F. How would you grade this Giants wide receiver room? We're going to talk a little bit more about the receivers and maybe a couple of names they could look to target, but there is some awesome New York Giants gear on sale at chatsports.com/NYG sale. They've got Nike Giants gear as well that's on sale. They've got shirts, they've got jackets, they've got clothes for the girls, and a lot of awesome stuff. Check it out, some summer apparel as well. Chatsports.com/NYG sale. A bunch of stuff on sale. The deals will not last forever. Take advantage of it. Click the link in the comments and description. Chatsports.com/NYG sale. All of the talk that I pretty much did over the first 4 or 5 minutes, or however long we are into this video, can all be irrelevant if Jalen Hyatt does what he's supposed to do. You're a third-round pick. You're entering year 3. You had 8 effing catches last year. Like, if you show up, you take that step, and you be the player that we all saw have great moments in minicamp, great moments in OTAs. Hopefully you go and have a great spring as well. Like, you can really be the silencer of all the people talking about we need to go out and get Odell Beckham Jr. Like, we know Neighbors is special. We know he's going to carry the workload for this team. I mean, the guy put up 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns in 15 games played, and he played with the worst quarterback room I've seen in my 30 years of watching the National Football League. He had a man named Tim Boyle throwing him the football, and he caught a touchdown from Tim Boyle. It was like the first touchdown he's thrown in a decade, it seems like. Neighbors is great. I get it. But Wan'Dale Robinson's entering a big year as well. Second-round pick, entering year 4 in the National Football League. It's now or never for him, and I kind of like the thought process that it's now or never for Robinson. It's now or never for Hyatt. But I'm also worried that outside of Neighbors and Slayton, you don't really have any difference makers at the wide receiver spot. And we've heard Brian Dable say throughout the spring and summer that he's been impressed with the UDFAs of Daquan Felton, Dalen Cambry, Bo Collins. Is Juice Scruggs, not Juice Scruggs, right? The wide receiver from Ole Miss? Juice Wells. Who's Juice Scruggs?
That's the Texan center.
Texan center. Juice Wells. My bad. It's been a long day here at Chatsports. Juice Wells. Like, he's going to have an opportunity to show if he can win any reps at training camp. He's got that relationship with Jackson Dart. So does that help him make this roster? Does that help him get on the field and make plays earlier due to that connection there? So there's an opportunity for a UDFA wide receiver at training camp. Show up, show out. We've talked about Dalen Cambry. Sounds like a lot of people inside the Giants building really like him. Bo Collins has made some nice plays. Daquan Felton's got the size to be a difference maker. So, yeah, there's an option for the Giants to go out and sign maybe an Amari Cooper. Maybe you're looking at a guy, Boyd, the slot receiver from the Tennessee Titans. I would have liked to see Odell Beckham here to at least fight to make a roster spot, but I think he kind of fell into the camp of similar to a backup quarterback. Your personality and your notoriety. You're just too big to be wide receiver 5, and the fact that Odell doesn't play special teams, I'm sure, hurt him as well. Doesn't sound like it's going to happen. And it's unfortunate. Not the biggest deal in the world, but I would at least like to see it happen. Make sure you're following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, @MarshallGreen_.